Alright. We're getting this podcast test underway. Alright, Hey guys, welcome. I'm One Man, and I am on the third episode of my revamped podcast today. As you can probably tell, I'm a bit late. Unfortunately, I had to deal with a fire alarm today. So that's there too. So I got about 9 minutes until the actual podcast itself starts. Oh, hey, Brandon Donaldson, thank you for joining on. And I highly doubt it's the same as the background on your computer. Oh, wow, Swy's on today. Sorry for waking you up with that notification. Was not intending to wake you up there, Swy. Was not intending to wake you up. Alright. Now, for those who haven't seen my podcast before, this is me talking about stuff like anime and anime games and games alike. And today, I think I've got somewhat of a bit of a loaded card to discuss today. For me, it is 2:52. Was not intending to wake you up there, Swy. Was not wait. Sorry about that. So yes. As you can probably tell, I have the agenda for the third episode of the podcast set up here. The topics for today are the discussion topics are a discussion as to how to fix Vert's character. The second topic is, or should we even fix Vert's character instead have Vert enter the dark side? The third, a discussion over the current anime weeklies. Fourth, One Man's Salt over Black Clover and his novel still not getting adapted. Fifth is One Man's topic about the final road to the NEP Platinum Festival, and then after that, the topics is left up to you, the fans. Thank you, Zwei. Thank you. Well, the group photo is your background, but you don't have Uzube or my male custom avatar on the right or my left custom avatar on the left there. No. Oregon's on Pacific Standard Time. Anyways, if you ever want to join onto the Discord to be on the server to chat, the Discord server for the podcast is always in the description. But just in case it's not good enough, I do have this link. Or, sorry, that's the wrong link. Derp. Alright. Redo that. That's the Discord server right there. Alright. So, I wanted to wait until we had a person joining on. But since we're running close to the time anyways, I'm just going to go and... Oh, and there's Ultra Lagger. So we are good to go and get started. More Schmuck Art Online, it's totally lit. I think yes, Swyhander really likes So something tells me Zwei really likes the whole Schmuck Art Online thing. That's reassuring. Yo, Ultra. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Keep in mind that I don't know about how good Ultra Lagger's mic is, but anyways, let's get started, shall we? Let's start with going on the light side of things and to discuss how to fix Vert's character, because man, Cyber Dimension.
Hello?
Yo. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, cool. Anyways, back to the topic at hand here. And that is a discussion as to how to how to fix Vert's character.
Sorry, it lagged. It's lagging for you.
Oh, is my video lagging again? God fucking damn it.
No, your voice right now.
Oh, my voice shouldn't be lagging on the Discord server. I don't know what that's about. Hold on. I don't know why there's a mic delay on that. But anyways, sorry about that. I am doing quite well, Jamin. Anyways, let's get to the topics for today. The first topic is a discussion as to how to fix Vert's character, because quite frankly, and hello, Pakataka. And to be quite frank, Vert's character is flat out being degraded, being like burnt into the ground. Especially with Cyber Dimension as of late, because she went from being slightly creepy with her little sister obsession and went full on Pedo Bear with her little sister obsession with Bouquet. Like there was several times where I just wanted to stand marsh myself and just like keep my eyes completely closed, and it's like, man, because it's so goddamn cringeworthy. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, making sure. Anyways, give me a second to upload the Maribot here. I mean, yes, but she's in the way she's being portrayed, she's not making everyone else look good, you know? She's making everybody look bad as a result because of the way she interacts with everybody. Pakataka now.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, there is a way to improve her character on the positive side. And that basically the best way to save this is if she acknowledges Blanc as her little sister figures, which will eventually transition into fucking Yuri. Well, I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name correctly, Jamin. I do apologize for that. But yes, to me, the best way to have a temporary fix for Vert's character is if she, gets with somebody actually technically older than Vert if you judge by Ultra Dimension standards. Alright. Anyways. What do you mean by strange? Paco Taco Nep says, I see, I thought it was like a soft guy, tough guy concept. I don't know what he means by that, but, to me the best way to, make Vert somewhat decent of a character again is if she uses that to be focused on and completely gets rid of, like, the boob talk. I think she would, Brandon Donaldson. I think she would. I think she would take part in that. It would be a slow burn relationship where Blanc gets tired of Vert's Obsessions over Little Sister. Jamin. See, I do apologize for that, Jamin Beckwith. The way I grew up learning how to pronunciate and enunciate Jamin is that, or Jamin, it's that, like I said, Jamin is the way I'm used to pronouncing that way of spelling. Anyway, sorry about that, Jamin. Or Jamin. God, that's going to take me a little bit. But yes, I think she would take part of it in this Paco or Brandon Donaldson. But it would be a slow burn relationship. Anyways, sorry about that, Esteban.
Yeah.
But like I said before, with Vert, I feel like the only way to redeem her character in the positive light is if they just go full fucking postal on it.
Actually, yeah.
Now,
I think the same about Bert. Oh damn it!
yo,
Yeah.
you keep fading in and out there, Ultra Lagger. I think it might be on your end here.
What do you mean?
As in, like, it might be you if you're experiencing like a delay in the chat and the voice chat, it might be you that's going through it.
The thing I'm only experiencing is just some type of lag.
Okay. I don't know why it is because I don't seem to have any lag on my end. Anyways, back. But let's. A thought came across my mind last night when I was doing my Cyber Dimension review type up for my script, and that maybe that since people are honestly have this hate, increasing dislike and backlash towards Vert, I think they're just completely abandoning any hope of people liking her. And that maybe this is actually a slow turn for Vert entering the dark side. And the reason why I think it would be a good idea for her to do so is that it may just be that Vert may actually be the final boss of the series. And if you think about it, in both classic form, classic Neptunia form with the meta breaking and the classic, and like the personal, on a personal level for Compile Heart, is that having Vert being the final boss of the series would actually make sense. And here's why. Because Compile Heart and Idea Factory for a little while were actually on Vert's platform. I know you guys probably didn't play this game series because you probably just gave it a pass through when looking at it. But I got introduced to the anime game section through Xbox 360. And the two games that I played that I liked off of that system was, in fact, Record of August War, which, if you don't know, is one of the earliest predecessors to the Neptunia franchise. And I played both of the installments of Record of August War and Record of August War Zero, first and foremost, on the Xbox 360. And so, if none of you know this, part of the problem is that why Xbox doesn't have any more Idea Factory and Compile Hard games is actually, yes, indeed, Brandon Donaldson, Xbox, is that Compile Hard and Idea Factory ended up failing their negotiations with Xbox because Compile Heart and Idea Factory did not like the fact that Xbox wanted to censor a lot of the scenes that their future installments would actually give. So, in both a meta and a personal level, this would actually make sense with having Vert as the final boss. Because two of Compile Heart and Idea Factory's games had an Xbox 360 adaptation, and because their negotiations fell through with Xbox, Vert being the final boss would actually make a ton of sense. Do you have anything to say to that, Esteban?
Well, About what you just say, it really makes sense about the Xbox 360 of why Compound Heart didn't make more Xbox games. I see that they wanted to censor the fan service and all that stuff,
Right.
but actually, it was have to need. It really needed to do that.
And I mean, to be fair, I don't think, you know, I will have to disagree with you on this because I think, honestly, as a creator, I would not want my stuff to be censored ever. And this is the big issue that has a lot of like licensors versus creators. A lot of licensors want to censor some of the more raunchy parts that a creator would make. Oh wow, Brendan Donaldson played Augurast. Holy fuck, that's awesome. But sorry about that. I got distracted because Brandon Donaldson actually played that game I was talking about. But anyways, as a creator, I would never want the people working on making my stuff to ever censor, because oftentimes these CGs may or may not have a point to it. But to me, censorship is actually a problem rather than a solution. I think that part of what that part of why foreigners are more okay with censorship is that their value system is inherently different from the Japanese, because foreign and international communities happen to really shame sexuality but not shame violence and blood, whereas it's the complete opposite with Japan.
Oh.
And Japan is fine with all the sexual stuff, but is not fine with blood, gore, and violence. And the interaction between Japan and the foreign communities are why certain games in America have to censor certain extreme gore and violence in Japan, and vice versa with Japan and sexuality with America and foreign countries. Nice, Brandon Donaldson. Nice. So the way I see it, it all makes sense. It would be the most brilliant usage of both meta and personal stuff to actually bring. And it brings a new dimension to Vert's character, and it brings a new dimension to the entire series as a franchise. If anything, Mega Dimension Neptunia actually proves to me that they can do serious arcs when they want to. I know that's not their, general appeal, but when they want to, they can pull it off. So they could make it a pretty solid. They could make a pretty solid They could make a pretty solid heel turn or bad guy turn for Vert. So, what I want to know from you is how would you want Vert to be written? Would you prefer her being like a final boss character, or would you prefer her being, having her character written to remain as a good character, as a good person kind of character, and why?
I will choose to be a good character.
Okay, why would you say so? My question to you is, what is your reason? Um, did you hear my question? My next question is, what is your reason for saying so? Because you wanted her to be a good guy character, so. Um.
Sorry, I lagged out.
Oh, that's okay.
What I was explaining, I will make her a good person, good character, and the reason why, because Vert in the games, I see her like very addictive.
Hmm.
And something else, number one, she sometimes becomes like you said, that of her obsession with Bouquet, and then she turned into a pedo bear.
Yes, the pedo bear meme. I love that meme.
Yeah, that's the thing I could change from her, from stop being a pedo bear to a good character.
Okay, so how would you? So let me ask you this: how would you write her from her current position in Cyber Dimension, and towards that general ideal? What would be the route you would take?
The route that you take for
Well,
her.
okay, sorry. Um, what route? How would you go about writing her? Where would you start and where would you finish in building her towards being a better character?
From what you just said, well, I could start from zero. I could start from zero.
Okay.
That Bird should be like a very nice character, a very kind person that helps others, who has great knowledge, and I could start like building her, and like I could start building her to be a very respectful character.
Okay.
Should be like on the game. She could be a great fighter. Like she can be kind of serious sometimes, and I could like end with how do you say it? I could end a bird with a type of historian. Is you know what are those historians?
Yes. Kind of. So historians, as in like maybe a person who is like the keeper of the history of Neptunia. So maybe like her ending up with Histoire per se.
Yes, yeah, something like that.
Okay. So tell me exactly how you would put her at, because right now Vert is at negative right now. Vert is at negative points as a character. So what would be your way of getting her back to square zero?
Doing an entire, well, not an
Did you boot out again there, Esteban? Yeah, I do agree, Brandon Donaldson. They would be an interesting pair. Because Histoire would be a character who is way older than Vert. And so it would be kind of like Vert dating an actual legal lolly, as in like. And honestly, I wouldn't blame Vert because goddamn those legs, man, those sexy legs of Histoires.
um.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. Anyways, but back to what we were getting at here. Um, was how would you redeem her character to getting at square zero? So, building from what you were saying was having her end up with like a historian character. So, what would be the path? Who would the historian character function to Vert like Noir kind of does to Neptune, where they keep them on their toes and keep them on the straight and narrow? What is your theory behind this here?
My theory behind this is that of Bird.
Okay.
Because my theory, I think that the entire storyline of the Neptunia series can be very different with what I just said.
Okay.
Because of that, actually, she could like make things better with the others.
Okay. Well, all right. That's fair. Here's the way I would personally go about it. If I were to go with the way I would see it is that at first, you build up the game where she does where Vert constantly pursues this a couple more times. Now, the reason why I want her to end up with Blanc, the reason why I want her to end up with Blanc is a very temperamental person who doesn't put up with people's crap. And if you were to write it where little Vert gets her little pedophilic little sister Emoto obsession gets cranked up to like a 12, and you just see Blanc get sick and tired of Vert's antics in general, she would get pissed off, she would get angry, and she would start getting after Vert. And then we could write it in to where we could have Blanc's like, quit fucking doing this shit. Vert's like, why the fuck are you so obsessed, and with less expletives, of course, but why the fuck are you so obsessed with stopping me from pursuing my ideal little sister? Are you jealous? And you hear Blanc, you hear Blanc pause, like, feeling speechless, and then Vert, with her cat mouth expression, she's like, "Oh, that's it. You want me to be your big sister," and then you build a relationship from there. And you can have a lot of like cute exchanges, and you can have Blanc temporarily go from Kudere to Tsundere in a relationship with Vert, and then build up from there, and then officially, slowly but surely transition Hyperdimension Neptunia into the Yuri stages here. And I think this would be the most natural transition, and I think I could actually get behind this idea. God damn it, Brandon Donaldson. Waiting for Vert to steal Ram and Ram like she said she was going to do. Brandon, no. No Pato Bears, please. No Pato Bears. But like I said, like, you could build up the antagonistic relationship between the two, and slowly but surely build up. And this could be a way to satisfy both the shipper Yuri bait with fixing Vert's character on the good side. My preference, though, is that while I would love to have my shipping go fucking sail better than the Titanic at first, I would prefer her actually going through the dark side route, because I think it would actually be more fun, and I think you could make a game or even two based off of this like turn, this evil turn that she could possibly do. Um, and honestly, I think it would serve to her benefit to go the evil route for a while, and to really get into that. It would be a fantastic thing for us to be able to get that sort of story development. My only concern is I feel like I'm writing the Neptunia franchise better than the actual writers of Neptunia. Did you get all of that, Esteban?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. I was just making sure you didn't like cut out again because you were pretty silent. Yes. Yeah. Other than that, uh, those are my reasons for the first two topics of this show so far. Um, I'm going to do what I did last time and take a break from my own agenda and mix in some fan topics here and there. So, if there's any topics you would like to discuss, Esteban, please let me know.
Let you know.
Like, if you have a topic you want to discuss on this podcast, I'll give you some time now.
Look, actually, something that a person just commented on a YouTube video. On one of Blade's recent video.
Okay.
So there was this person who asked Blade if he can join us on a discussion video with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I also told him if he can also please join, but he never responded.
Yeah, and I don't understand why that is. I think he's concerned. He's either busy and he doesn't want to, or he's doesn't want to on the basis that he's concerned of how it will turn out. I'm not going to exactly speak for him, but this is my theory over it. Is that based off of our interactions over Aaron Fitzgerald, one of the reasons could be he's kind of concerned with how he would be perceived and how he would interact in general. But the other idea is that maybe he's just too busy. But though, but at the same time, you can kind of reason both of those away. Like the personal one with like Senpai Blade and whatnot is like, you know, it doesn't make sense really, because even if he's busy, so am I. I mean, I am super busy. I do a fuck ton of stuff. Like I get lately out of all the stuff I've been doing, each night I get like 4 to 6 hours of sleep. I'm like practically neglecting my health with how busy I am, but I still try and go up above and beyond and try to interact with you guys and interact with my fellow YouTubers. And I just don't think busy is enough to justify. Whereas, you know, whereas with the worries of maybe how we will interact, the entire point and goal of me, doing a discussion with video with Senpai Blade is to kind of connect the communities. Because what I want to do is I want to unite all these anime YouTubers into a singular force that shows and that they stand united. Because one of the problems people have with anime in general is their communities and when they get so easily divided over something, even if they all love the same thing. And I believe that the solution to that is to show unity even in disagreement. So even then, no matter what really scenarios you could draw up with Senpai Blade, there's a way I can reason around that. Because to me, that doesn't make sense. To me, no matter what reason you give, there's really no reason for him not to. Um, there's another Neptunia YouTuber by the name of um, RK Ryan 100 is the YouTuber that I've been talking with on the video about the actual central problem behind the Neptunia franchise. And he and I have gotten into quite a bit of a fun discussion, and once I get a better mic, we will be going into a discussion video or maybe a series of discussion videos about Neptunia based stuff where we discuss things like Mega Dimension and Super Dimension. But the thing is, he's easily I think he's almost twice my subscriber count. But even then, he's willing and easily willing to talk with me and like communicate with me and do joint collaboration videos. And I'm sure that dude's pretty busy too because he talks about how he has school, has religious duties to attend to. He has a lot of real life stuff that he does. Not to mention his videos take a long time to make and are mostly of high quality. So what I don't understand is there's no real reason for this. I think that maybe I'm just too turbulent of a person for Senpai Blade to work with. Honestly, I believe my appeal as a YouTuber, and do correct me if I'm wrong on this, is that I keep a fresh but level-headed perspective on the Neptunia franchise. That I try to keep things semi-real, and that maybe I'm just not the kind of person Senpai Blade actually wants to associate with. That's my thoughts on that. I would be fine with it. I would be absolutely fine with Senpai Blade doing discussion videos or joining onto the podcast as an official guest or something. So though I don't, that's how I feel about it, but I don't get to contact Senpai Blade much, so I will be discussing with him on Discord though after this podcast is over, so I will definitely keep that. Now that you remind me, I should definitely start getting that done. So I'm about to to put on my Crunchyroll page for future reference because I'm about to use it to discuss my next topic with all of you. And that the discussion is over the current anime weeklies, or as you know, the fall season of anime this year. And I wanted to discuss in general which anime you should watch and which anime you should avoid. And the first one I would suggest easily is a story about a girl about a 30-year-old lady who is like, quitting a job because she struggled with some past event in her life that she didn't want to deal with anymore. She didn't want to deal with an emotional stress and decided to try and escape through playing a net video game. And and the thing is I can't. This is a very endearing, very cute, very lovely series. Now the English title of this is Recovery of an MMO Junkie, and this series is probably my favorite series of this season, and that is this show, Recovery of an MMO Junkie. Now, part of what makes this intriguing is that this female character named Morioka Moriko, being a single NEET who dropped out of her, very successful career job. But what part of this show's appeal, besides the cute interactions, is that the main female is playing as a male character in this net game, and the male love interest of the main female character is playing as a very adorable female avatar. And part of the appeal of this show is the comedy, the cuteness, and the way that these characters interact, and all the misunderstandings that arise from it. And this anime is probably going to be my favorite of the season. Now, I haven't been getting super into the weeklies lately because of doing my YouTubing and the fact that I'm doing more streams than normal and all this other stuff that I haven't been formulating time to have the big, to be big in discussing the weeklies. Now, here's ones I would say you should definitely avoid. Black Clover is the #1 anime, that weekly anime this season to avoid by far. And I understand why people somewhat like the manga because of its pacing, but to me, I dropped the manga of Black Clover within the first 20 to 30 chapters. Because to me, there's really no endearment to this series whatsoever. And Studio Pierrot, who is adapting Black Clover, is botching this series hard, like majorly. I don't know how, I don't know why Pierrot was botching Black fucking Clover, but the way I understand Black Clover is that it's complete and utter trash, and that is why you should avoid it. As for Boruto, which is a continuous series, is not necessarily a seasonal anime, Boruto is just utter boring shit with no redeeming characters that are original into the series, all the good characters are characters from the original Naruto series. Like, there's nothing redeeming about this. They take away all the intrigue of the original. They take away all the characters that are any sort of likability whatsoever. Whether you like Sasuke or Naruto or Kakashi, none of these characters are, being treated as likable characters in Boruto. Nothing about Boruto seems to really... None of these characters in Boruto seem to really be any good, whether they're recurring or not. Not to mention that there is no real present sense of danger. There's no reason for us to get intrigued into the world building because of the contrast in the character, the contrast between, modern and, ninja-based world. And all the characters that are currently maining the series are not likable in the slightest. There's no redeeming features to Boruto. Now, this next anime to avoid is on a personal preference level. Because to me, the reason why I avoid this anime like the plague in general is a very esoteric reason. And that is Shogeki no Soma, or Food Wars. And the reason why I avoid this anime like the plague is that I don't want to be hungry. Because they make pretty much most of the food in this series look so good. It makes me freaking hungry. It makes me hungry, and it's like, son of a bitch, stop it. Stop making me hungry. And it's like, I'm so sick of this. I'm tired of seeing food anime. I'm sick of it. Why are you trying to make me feel like I'm starving to death? Stop it. Like, come on. Another anime I tried out that I would avoid is Urahara. Now, Urahara is an anime. And it's pretty much just Studio Trigger being what the fuck as usual. I think it's made by Studio Trigger at any rate. And that alright, here's the premise about the show, but it's about as fucking batshit insane as any other Studio Trigger show. Here's the premise that Crunchyroll gives. Harajuku, the place where culture, kawaii, and fashion come together. 3 high school girls, Rito, Mari, and Kotoko, are planning to open a temporary store called Park. One day, aliens from space come down to Earth to take away the culture of humans. That's when a mysterious girl who calls herself Misa appears. Now, in order to protect the Harajuku that they love, these 3 girls must be prepared for anything, and this is about as Studio Trigger as it gets. And while people love Studio Trigger and all the Trigger-based, animation, I actually fucking dislike Studio Trigger. I have a disdain for most, if not all, anime. Nothing made by this company appeals to me. Their animation just drives me up the wall. And I don't want to come across as a hipster, especially since, the more I talk about how much I hate Studio Trigger and how much I hate, Hayao Miyazaki and all these other people that people generally like, but I don't. So I get treated like a hipster for it. But it's just like every single time, either Hayao Miyazaki and makes his own stuff, which he hasn't in a while, or Studio Trigger makes their own stuff, I generally start to really fucking dislike it. To me, they're everything that's bad about anime, rather than anything that's good. Oh, what's that? What's the other one? There's this. I just remembered. There's another title that There's another title here that I've been watching that is absolutely cute, but absolutely funny. And I think that's Anime Gataries is what it's called. Hold on. If Anime Gataries is the one I'm thinking of, and it looks like I am, it is. And yes, it is indeed. Wait, nope. Well, actually, this is a good one too, actually. So, before I get to that other one, I'm going to talk about anime gotteries because this one's pretty cute and endearing, but kind of weird and spoofy as well. And it's about, alright, here's the premise that Crunchyroll has here. Here's... I will entirely disagree with you on that, Alpha. Best anime ever.
Space Patrol.
Space Patrol Luluco, not even close by far. Like, there are so many I could say that are better than Space Luluco. Most prevalent of which are like Durarara, Last Exile, Darker Than Black. Like, there are so many anime I could list that are better. But, the anime I just linked to all of you on Crunchyroll. Here's the premise of it. Just as soon as she enters Sakaneko Private High School, Asagaya Minoa is dragged into the anime club by her classmate, Kamigusa Alice, even though she knows next to nothing about anime. A classmate, Koenji Miko, along with other anime-loving senpais, quickly turn her into an anime fan, fighting off the incessant shutdown threats of the student council, and completely oblivious to the coming apocalypse. The anime club talks about anime in the club at Akihabara, at Anime Mechas, and at Hot Springs. And this is pretty much a very cheap but enjoyable slice of life, you know, cute girls doing cute things anime. Anyways, now that I'm done responding to Alpha, this is actually a very entertaining series. It's nothing new, it's nothing by the margins or anything like that. It's nothing new. But it is still a fun and enjoyable series regardless. Now, there's this one about like where is it? It's this one about like a very specialized cafe, and I'll find it here in a second. I don't know if they actually have it on Crunchyroll or not.
One man.
Yes.
But do you know what's the Space Patrol Luluco?
Yes, I'm very familiar with Space Patrol Luluco. That's what it's called. It's called Blend S. Okay, Blend S. Okay.
But you know anything about the Space Patrol?
Yes, I know what Space Patrol Luluco is. Unless you...
Oh, okay.
And like I said, it's made by Studio Trigger, so I'm very well aware of it. Because people... But the thing is it's kind of like the broken Matt Hardy of the anime community. I know I said this about another anime, but it's literally just mishmashing concepts together and hoping that all the cliches work. Gochu says the best moe blob. I'll give you that much, Alpha. Best moe blob, period. That is... Gochu says the best moe blob. Not the best anime, but the best moe blob, I will give you that, Alpha. The series is called Blend S. And it's about the specialty cafe where they literally go and have characters that are at this job cafe, and they're working, and they all play this specific kind of stereotype. One's a tsundere, one's an imoto. But the main character, the new hire Micah, is to play the super sadist. And this is probably one of the funniest yet cutest anime out right now. And I'd have to say, it is so funny and memeable. It's not even fun. It's ridiculous how memeable this anime is, because this anime in of itself, it's its very own meme.
I see.
And honestly, I think these are the anime you should look out for most that I've seen and watched so far. Oh, thank you for your Levis raid, even though you don't know how rating works there, Levis. Thank you, though. Air Raid. That's a good. By the way, I love both Air Raid and Urban Assault Raid for Limp Bizkit. I don't think you know what Limp Bizkit is, but that's beside the point.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Well, Alpha, what I was talking about was a cafe anime in relation to the new season, Alpha. I wasn't talking about in general. The cafe thing I was talking about was in relation to a new season anime. And because the topic right now is a discussion over the current anime weeklies. Alright, anyways. Now, the anime that I've linked to you guys are the anime that I'm currently watching that I've seen. And these are the anime to really, watch and enjoy. I haven't seen the rest, and I definitely do not recommend. I do not recommend Black Clover in the slightest. I will not ever recommend Black Clover to any of you because that is a bad fucking show. It is a bad show, period. It is a bad show. It was a bad manga. You should definitely avoid Black Clover like the plague. And honestly, it's like, at this point, why do people adapt? And I bet the reason why both Piero and A1 didn't want to accept my novel in actuality is because they didn't want me to turn my work into anime perfection. They just wanted to take my novel and make it into another cheap shit anime. And considering Studio Piero's and A1 Pictures' track record, I'm almost glad they denied me. Almost, not quite.
Welcome, CPU Dark Heart, to the podcast.
Alright. God damn it, CPU Dark Heart. Yes, I am in podcast. CPU Dark Heart. Anyways, so thank you for notifying me about that, Esteban. But I think and now that I've mentioned my novel and the adaptation and, the lack of adaptation, that literally transitions me to the most salty topic of all. And that's my fourth topic on the agenda today.
And what's the topic?
And that topic is the salt about Black Clover getting an adaptation, but my novel not. Because I wanted to get really upset about this for a while now, and I've been trying to avoid because I've been wanting to ease up on it a bit and not bother you guys as much about it. But honestly, after seeing anime like, Boruto getting a continuation, Black Clover getting an adaptation, Urahara getting a fucking Urahara being an actual thing, yet they won't fucking take my novel and they won't fucking adapt it. Like, what the fuck, Japan? Like, what the fuck? Like, you had the potential to make your business revolutionize and thrive. You had an opportunity. You had a series that, if adapted in full, could have brought you to the start of probably one of the best series ever written for an anime. Maybe not the best book or novel, but definitely one of the best anime ever written. And it's just so frustrating because Black Clover is an example of why Japan is completely and utterly trash right now. Because they have adaptations with shows like Black Clover. And Black Clover is a perfect example of why I'm glad Studio Pierrot didn't adapt my anime. Because I bet you that despite how slow my anime or my novel would have been as an anime, if it was adapted by Piero, I guarantee you they would have stretched out the parts that are drawn out even further, and like made the drawn out parts even worse, and like hide and mask the good aspects, the faster paced aspects of my story, and completely fucking botched it. And it's like, oh, Perfect Soul, you might want to adjust your mic a bit because I cannot hear you and I can only hear the background. So you're either not close enough to your mic or your mic has a terrible filter quality. But if you want to pitch in, feel free to do so. But can you try and see if you can adjust your mic to somewhat canceling out the background noise? Because all we can basically hear right now is echo.
Echo.
Yeah, that's literally all we can hear. Part of my problem with Japan right now, and kind of what makes me want to just run Japan's business out of business entirely, is that they're just not really putting in any effort right now. The only effort they're doing is putting in an X amount of anime and putting in the most minimal quality, period, in their animation effort. And it's just like, come on. You've got fucking writing royalty waiting and willing and ready, and you say my terms are unreasonable. My terms are bare minimum. I just want to create the perfect anime that just about anybody can dive into, whether you're a hardcore anime fan or you're a socialite looking for like the next Oprah Book Club member level of writing. Because that novel appeals to both sides.
Anime was a mistake.
Hayao Miyazaki is a
Anime
mistake.
is good. Since I was a kid, I'm watching it, man.
Can you say that again, but a little more slowly? Like you kind of sound like a stoner. You kind of
No.
like are you?
My mic is dying.
Are you high at CPU Dark?
Oh, CPU Die Hard.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'm Perfect Soul.
Yeah, I know you're Perfect Soul. I know who you are, man.
No, I mean Ultra Laggard. They didn't know I'm Perfect Soul, you know.
Oh, I see.
And everyone there could be spoke.
Anyways, the way I see it, my novel could be one of the greatest anime of all time, but they refused on account of my terms and conditions. Is what I found out through my buddy. Is that the terms and conditions are what. Anyways, so that's my.
By the way, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you too as well. Good morning to you too as well, Perfect Soul. But right now, I'm going to wrap up this topic by saying that it is Japan's stance on this is a complete fucking atrocity, and that fucking black effing fucking Clover got an adaptation. I fucking hate Black Clover. I hate Black Clover so much. So, anyways, my salt aside, the last topic I'm gonna bring up is that I'm gonna bring up the topic about the final road to Net Platinum Festival. Now, if you don't know what that is, this is a theme that I've been doing as part of the gimmick of my channel, and that I've been working on 100%ing all the trophies for all like the different compile heart games and all this other stuff. But there will come a point in time where I'm about to actually. Do you have like roosters in your background? Because that's what I keep hearing. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Is that eventually there will come a time where I'm at the very last Neptunia game to platinum. And what I want to do is that... Anyway, sorry about that. I was typing in the chat section. Sorry about that. Sorry for fading away on that, but there will eventually come a time where I will have completed all of the Neptunia franchise games, and I will eventually do so. And what I want to do is I want to make a big deal out of this. I want to make such a big deal out of this, and I want your guys' help in this regard. Because once I reach that point in time, I want to make it to where Senpai Blade, Hawk20, Twit Gamer, all the big Neptunia gamers are all like willing to join onto my stream. Even like guys like Lost Pause, all the people. Invite anybody and everybody you goddamn want, because
OneMan.
Yeah.
OneMan.
Yes. Who?
Okay, playing Danganronpa.
I'll be back.
I might start the Danganronpa series, but I won't be starting that.
No, DMC first. DMC series first before that.
I was gonna do DMC first, Devil May Cry before, or I was gonna do Devil May Cry after I'm done with the Neptunia series, and I'm gonna probably do Tales of Berseria, or Tales of Zestiria, not Berseria. Tales of Zestiria and Danganronpa.
Did you play Tales of Berseria?
I did, actually. Do you want me to link the streams to you? Because I beat the story. So okay, all right, cool.
No, if I do that, I'm gonna not eat.
But I have played Berseria, and what the plan for me is once I'm done with Mary Skelter, I'm gonna replace Mary Skelter with Danganronpa, and I'm gonna replace Schmuck Art Online when I'm done with that game with Tales of Zestiria, and that's gonna be the plan for that. But that's all in the late future when I'm done with the stories for each game.
Wait, what pet job did you choose to marry? Bloodlord? I forgot the other.
Which type of character in Mary Skelter? Did I?
Bloodlord Mary?
The Mary Skelter. I'm easily out of the Mary Skelter characters.
Oh, no, not Mary. Not Mary. I mean Alice.
Yeah, Alice is the one. Alice is the main one that I will always pick. She has the perfect voice.
The protagonist.
She is the perfect voice that I love, that I can just melt in for hours. I love the fact that everybody gets white fucking hair. I'm loving that.
Yeah. Yeah, white-haired Alice is mine now.
Yeah, it ain't yours, buddy. No offense. No offense, but I will literally murder for Alice.
Alpha didn't know his perfect soul. I am perfect soul. In YouTube. In the comments. He should do his perfect soul. Here I am.
So yeah, I am very glad you are on this stream today, man. Thank you for stopping by. I know it's a bit different from most YouTubers to, not do a podcast here, because most YouTubers focus on one thing, like either gaming or Neptunia or a game series in specificity. But my channel is supposed to be a multi-dimensional channel. It's about anime in every single aspect, and that my gameplay for Neptunia is that I love that game series.
You are like in hyperdimension Neptunia is it again? Perfection? PP.
I'm gonna say it here and fucking now, I do not understand what people's hatred of that game is. It is by far easily Tamsaw's best game. Calling it here and fucking now, producing perfection.
Yeah, yeah, it's easy to play. You, the CPU will dance and the other characters. Not like the other games that you will kill some monsters.
Holy cow! You have like zero wall insulation at your place. I'm sorry. I hate to mention it,
Yeah,
but I hear like vehicles and chickens and such. It's distracted me a little
yeah,
bit. God damn it, John
yeah, it's
Pentagirl.
morning here.
Damn it, John Pentagirl. Quit talking about cat killing. God damn it. But
Did they
eventually,
say here some chicken?
yeah, I've been hearing
Okay.
chickens and roosters in the background.
It's morning, of course.
Well, yeah. I mean that is fair. I just don't live nearby any chickens, so or roosters by that matter. Um, but anyways, eventually, once I beat all the Neptunia games and have only one left. So, oh, speaking of loud noises, fucking dogs barking in my background. Is that eventually I want to make this a big event. I want to, because nobody is. I don't think I know anyone who's actually ever beaten all the Neptunia games and gotten all the platinum trophies. So what I want is I want
Mm-hmm.
the people I would like to have invited are Senpai Blade, Hawk20, Twit Gamer, Lost Paws, Lady Croft
Last
PR,
pause.
Lady Croft PR that I mentioned, uh, and Cards Against Neptunia. All like and Arcade Ryan 100 before I
No,
forget.
wait.
And all of those people are very solid Neptunia game players. The only
Cards Against Neptunia is Dragonics and Metrail and
Yep,
Anime part.
yes, I know who they are.
Yeah, invite the anime too.
Yeah, well, when I say Cards Against Neptunia, I mean the whole crew. So I refer to all of those people involved.
Okay.
But uh, when it comes to, I want to like get everybody involved because platinuming all of the
Um.
Neptunia games on PlayStation is something nobody's actually. I don't think
Mm.
anybody I know has actually done this. Like this takes
Hey,
a
hey,
lot of
hey,
time and dedication to do, and
hey.
yeah, yes,
By the way, Senpai Blade can't play Cyber Dimension because he has no money and he will play it in 2018.
um, well, it's. I'm not talking about inviting him to Cyber Dimension. I'm talking about when I eventually platinum all the last video. Here's how I plan on setting it up. The very last game, Neptunia game, I plan on trophy hunting is Neptunia Mark II.
Oh, MK2, Rebirth 2.
Yes, MK2, the non-Rebirth 2, the Team Fortress level graphics version of Neptunia.
Oh.
Get it? I don't
M-
think anybody gets that joke,
oh god.
but it's pretty
MK2
much
is
it's pretty
MK2 is the Rebirth 2.
well. Rebirth 2 is just a rehash.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Esteban.
Rich.
But Rebirth 2 is just a rehash of
Um
MK2. So yes,
hey.
yes.
B2R is a rehatch 2 of B2. Mega Dimension B2R is a rehatch of Mega Dimension B2.
Are you talking of
B2R.
Mega Dimension Victory 2 Realize is just it's not a rehash, it's an innovation. It's an adaptation to VR.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay.
But the very last game I plan on playing and platinuming is Mark 2. I plan the way I'm going about it is I'm gonna the next platinum trophy is either going to be Omega Quintet or more likely Cyber Dimension. So
Hey.
yes, yes.
Did you play MK1? The
Uh,
Mark 1?
As in like the
Hyper
original.
Dimension of,
Yes, I did, and I'm working.
yeah.
I'm working on beating.
Hyper Dimension of Junior MK1.
As in like the original Hyperdimension Neptunia. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
If you guys want my
Yeah.
PSN Profiles account, I can go onto PSN Profiles right now and link it to you guys. This will show you what games I've played in my trophy list. Give me a second here.
I wonder if one man can play JoJo in PS4.
I am very hesitant to play the JoJo game because I have not seen any gameplay graphics of
JoJo
it far.
Bizarre Adventure.
I want to wait until the price is very low for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Well, hey, I played it in my PS1. It's good. Very good.
Well,
It's like
it
in
may
the
be good, but
anime.
I'm not familiar with its story or its gameplay mechanics, and I need to determine how much I'm willing to pay for that game right now. Right now, it's looking $20 or less for me. Because while I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as an anime, I don't see it translating. I don't see it translating well into being a video game. It is not a game.
Kasi mag-ano na, mag-undas. Ang sa ano lang, pagkatapos ng undas sa November 3, Friday. Hindi, Diyos sa masliman mo ba ito dun na? Ba't di dun maligo, tapos may jellyfish sa mga ano pa, isda. Malinaw nga, may jellyfish na nangangati pa ako.
That I don't know why you would tell someone something. Have someone tell me something in Spanish, since I don't know Spanish, so I literally have no idea what that means. John Pentagruel.
Hey. Delphinus, I mean one man.
Yes. Yes. What do you need? Hello.
You can translate it. You can translate it in Google Translate.
Yeah, but what he's saying is he's telling Esteban to say that to me out in on the stream or on the podcast. Okay. So it's like I'm not gonna know what that means until I have to go and fucking search it up, and I'm not gonna search it up. So it's like it's not.
Hey.
So. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Esteban, for that. Anyways, back to what I was saying is that I want to make a huge festival, huge deal out of this. And really, it should be, because I don't think anybody's that so dedicated to the game. I don't think anybody's so dedicated to the game that they've gone and tried to platinum every single game. So, I might try JoJo's Bizarre Adventure depending upon the price. Or if I can find JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in that new PS game, I think it's called PS Now, where it allows you to play all the PS3 games on the server.
Yes, it has.
And if it has it, then I will play it.
But to tell you, PlayStation Now, is that what you say?
PS Now?
PS Now. PS Now is a PS4 service where you can play PlayStation 3 games on the console.
Wow.
But
it's only $20 a month.
Hey.
Yes?
You need to have a membership.
You have to be.
I wonder if there's a PS Now that you can play JoJo from PlayStation 1.
I don't think JoJo's a PlayStation 1 game. I'm pretty sure it's a PS4 and PS3 game. And I don't think I can't. Man.
I have the disc.
I don't have two things.
I have the disc.
Here's two things, dude. One, I don't have a PS1. Two, I don't have the kind of Elgato needed to stream it. I don't have the equipment for it.
Oh, I see.
The reason why I can stream Legend of Dragoon is that they have a Vita adaptation for it. But anyways, eventually I do intend to make this a big deal, and it should be. But
Hmm.
I and if any of you guys know anybody who loves Neptunia and anime games, you can feel free to invite them too. The more people watching, the merrier. Um, but I would love to have a big old stream where everybody is like fucking watching me finally complete all the Neptunia franchise. And even after I beat all the Neptunia franchises, I will eventually also, I will still be doing discussion videos even with Neptunia, even
Um,
after I start doing streams for Devil May Cry. But um, one thing
one
is,
man.
yes.
What if after you finish all Neptunia games, they release the Hyper Dimension Neptunia Grave Times, the GT? Will
Can
you play it?
play which game? Which game?
Hyper Dimension Neptunia Grave Times, if they release it. I mean, if they create it
Hyperdimension
first, then release it.
Neptunia.
GT.
I will probably. Oh, Grave Times. Okay, that's. I don't
Yeah,
know if that's actually going to happen.
it will going to happen.
I don't know if that's going to happen because I think that's only going to be acknowledged as a fan game and not actually accepted as an official compile heart game. But if it does, I will try it out.
Okay, so
Okay.
apparently,
Yes, Esteban?
so on Blade server
Nani?
there was this person who say that he's gonna do like a fan Neptunia game. He's gonna be a
Yes.
right Neptunia game about I think it's Hyperdimension Neptunia, the Surge of the Lost Pudding.
Oh god. There are so many people who want.
Like the Surge of the Lost Pudding.
Hey. This is a fun game, a great fun game. A good dimension blend plus Neptune versus zombies. The search for magical Nyrena and magical Blancella.
If any.
And also, spoiler alert, guys. The guy
The
say
fuck is
that
that?
the game, and then at the end of the game, Neptune now will end up saying that she ate it. He was searching the pudding for nothing.
Damn, seriously?
Are you fucking serious?
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna try out I'll try out the game. I'll see how good it is, and I'll give a review or something. The only way I will play anytime past the story is if it's officially a an accepted game on account of PlayStation. I don't know if I can stream. I'll be quite frank. I don't know if I can stream PC gameplay. Kuroto can barely do 720p with the current setup I have. And that's for my PlayStation gameplay. You know, the stuff that doesn't take up my, CPU. Whereas computer games take up a fuck ton of CPU. So I can't. I
I
don't.
wonder if one man can play Gmod Gesto Neptunia mod. It's gonna be fun.
Hey, CPU Darker, can you do me a favor?
The motorcycles.
Can you type down the names of the stuff you're talking about in the Discord server so I can understand what you're talking about?
Okay.
You can still say it.
Motorcycle in the other house.
So, one man, can you please tell me what is this?
What is what?
Okay, Jenny says, ask one man about his feelings of Code Geass S3.
Code Geass S3. Oh, that's a good series. I will say. Here's what I'm gonna say about it. It's a fucking cash grab. It's a cash grab for fuck's sake.
Really?
Yes, because it had a satisfying ending. There was no even if Code Lelouch somehow was alive, there's no reason for a season 3. There's no reason. It's Sunrise trying to keep itself relevant. That's all it is. It's trying to keep itself relevant and continuously making money.
I wonder if OneMan can play Gmod Guess Who. Neptunia mod, and the map is Planeptune.
The only thing I understood from that was Neptunia mod and Planeptune. And Guess Who.
You can't understand the Gmod Guess Who.
One man.
Yes.
Alpha says.
Gmod Guess Who.
Okay, one man says, what is cuteness and why do you think that Ram isn't cute?
What is cuteness? Cuteness is depends on what you ask about, what you're talking about cuteness. To me, cuteness is, a female character or something that's cute, making you want to hold and cuddle and protect something. And the reason why Ram isn't cute is that the thing that with Ram's behavior, all I want to do is punch her fucking lights out.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, I want to punch TK from Digimon. Okay, I fucking hate that motherfucker.
You are going to jail because of punching lolis.
Lollies aren't real people! They're not real!
It's the police. It's the police. You will go to jail now. Come here.
No,
you're arrested for punching.
It's like trying to arrest me for. It's trying to arrest an Oregonian for watching lolicons. You can't do that. They're not real. They're not real.
No matter if you're in Oregon, they can still get you. No matter.
Uh-oh.
Well, if we're talking about real children, yes. I'm not talking about real children. If we're talking about real children, what I'll do is I will mouse off against their parents until they punch me, which then I can punch them back. And then I would be untouchable because it'd be self-defense.
Oh, God.
I know the law better than anybody, and I know exactly what I can do within the bounds of the law. In Oregon, you can look at whatever, anime pics you want to fucking look at because that's not illegal and they're not treated as, real base, stuff. And with assault, if you're hit first, you can easily punch somebody back if they hit you first. Like, Sean Pentagrel, it's not your trap GF, it's your trap BF. Because a trap is a male. It's a male. It's a man.
You need to download more RAM.
No, because that would fuck up Kuroto. That would a lot. I know a buddy of mine who used his some of his processor or something like that to give him virtual RAM, and it completely fucked it up.
RAM sticks.
Because, wow, what kind of computer do you have, Alpha? Like, the last time I had a laptop that struggled with that was like an old Pentium 1 computer. Like, how do you struggle with watching the stream, with only watching the stream with your computer? Like, to me, I don't have any trouble with that at all. I have trouble streaming and keeping multiple podcasts open, or multiple streams open, but other than that, if I'm just like watching one stream, yes.
What is the best version of RAM in the Hyperdimension of Junior series?
Easily Cyber Dimension. If we're talking about, wait, are we talking about appearance, or are we talking about development?
Appearance and development, I think.
No, if we're talking about appearance, Cyber Dimension. If we're and honestly about Cyber Dimension, every character that has an attire actually looks better. But if we're talking about development, then I would say probably either, I hate to admit this, but Mega Tag Mention or Mega Dimension.
Wow. Good.
There's no
You're just the ninja.
But here's the thing: I hate Ram with a passion. I hate her so much. I don't hate her as much as I hate P-Shit or Vert, but I still hate her. Because, I mean, I don't hate her as much because she does have a few redeeming moments. Because, you know.
Neptune meets Lustful Greenheart in containment.
So one man
Yes?
on a server on Discord, I found this image. You can please check it out. I found this on.
Just upload it to the fan server if it's in. Oh, or not. This works, actually. Oh, wow.
Upload
Okay,
it.
this is a mod. This is clearly someone modding, but this is actually pretty cool. This is pretty good.
Nani?
This
Dell. What the fuck is Dell?
Because
it's a mod. It's
OneMan's?
it's an OC. Don't I know this. I'm very well acquainted with this. And by the way, this is actually I believe this is a mod of Action Unleashed, if I'm remembering correctly. Anyways, you were saying?
What game is Dell at? What compile art game? Or Ideal Factory?
My favorite compile art or Idea Factory game? Did you say?
No.
Sorry.
What character in the game is Dell in compile art or Ideal Factory?
Hold on.
I,
Your voice is not coming in well. So type it in. Type it into the stream, or not the stream. Well, that too, I guess. Type it either in the stream or the Discord server, so I can understand what you're saying, please.
Bro, he has a strong accent, so. But this is so confusing. So like, if this character was in the games, what game is Dell from?
It's actually, I don't know if Dell. I'm not saying Dell is from anywhere. I'm saying he's an OC or an original character. And the character design is based off of Fang's haircut and Soji's butler attire.
Well, for me, if Dell wasn't like original in the game, I would be like, is this the guy? Is this the CPU of the laptop nation?
I think he's like a computer. I think he's literally the reference to Dell computers.
Wait.
But anyways, Dell, I believe is actually an OC character, a YouTuber or some game player uses as their avatar.
I wonder what is the model of Samsung and LG.
But the way I see it, fans love to put in their own fanfics and stuff. People like to put in their own OC stuff into all the universes. It makes sense. Like, I'm literally working on designing Irish Heart or Irish Neptune and Sean Conagear and Canadian Uzume, etc. for my own original creations. Also, if you were ever wondering what Nep Korea is based off of in the lore of the Neptunia franchise, it's the emulator. As in, like, the emulators that characters can use in the franchise. That, like, how all the different CPUs are goddesses of a console? Pretty much the CPU of the emulator is one man. And I'll leave it up to you guys as to what your rules are.
Who is this? We invite it's not AI 2. Are you seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Mikey. How's it going, man?
If you play some Neptunia games, then yay! We have a Japanese YouTuber with one man.
She doesn't speak English.
Who doesn't? Oh, yeah.
Subscribing to some
Kizuna I
Japanese
doesn't.
YouTubers or plays
We need if we can get Kizuna
Neptunia.
I to do you know what would be great is if we could have Kizuna I programmed on Google Translate talk to One Man. Oh my god, could you just imagine the hilarity of like someone taking the
Wow.
Kizuna AI programming, hooking it up to Google Translate, and hearing the worst fucking English you could possibly hear. Like, I could ask her what's her favorite Neptunia game, and her favorite Neptunia game is Neptune Sausage.
What the fuck?
Like, I could just imagine, like, the translation errors, like, somehow forming into something like that.
The Tomodachi created the case.
And I just realized that became a new meme. Just single-handedly. Single-handedly. Just created a new meme. Go ahead, guys! Feel free to run wild with the hashtag Neptune Sausage. I don't fucking care anymore. I just don't care. Just go for it. Hey, welcome Alex Kensington to the stream.
Hey.
Yo.
Drink my coffee very back here in my room. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, give
Crap.
me a second or a minute. Be right back.
But yes, thank you for stopping by. As usual, if you want to have if you have a mic and you feel like joining on, here's the link to the Discord server to join onto the podcast. I know some people. Yes, I do have a sausage. A big, beefy fucking bratwurst.
Whoa. What?
Yes, did someone say something to me?
What?
Did somebody say something to me? I thought I heard my name being called.
Me, yeah, me.
Is that an actual game, Alpha?
Google Translate is pretty legit.
Google Translate is pretty legit, as frickin' if. Not in the way you're implying, John.
What?
Well, to be fair, John Pentagruel, if Japan keeps refusing my novel, I will literally be using Google's mighty billions of dollars to single-handedly wage war on the Japanese animation industry. And I will win.
But Google has nothing to do with
it. Will. It has everything to do with us. They own YouTube. And I can use their money easily to start something that could easily crush the Japanese anime industry. Here's the fact of life. You don't deny what one man wants. That's a fact of life. You won't. If you try to deny what one man wants, one man will literally go through any means to ruin your life. Like, you may screw over a bunch of plebs, but I'm the goddamn god of this world, and I will be respected as such.
Wait. Talk about...
Yo.
What?
Huh? Did someone say that? Hold on.
Okay, it's totally lagging.
Is it? Who, for both of you or for just Ultra? Is it just Ultra or is it?
Okay, sorry, it was totally lagging.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know how good Discord is. So maybe next time I might start using. I might end up starting to use Skype. See if that does any better. Because Cards Against Neptunia uses Skype, and they seem to be that quality for Skype seems to do fine. So it might be just a Discord thing.
Okay, it was totally lagging.
Okay, so maybe it is. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I should just use Skype next time. But anyways, well, it's not that hard, and you don't have to pay anything for it.
Guys.
So who knows? But anyways, those are covering all the topics that I've covered. Does any of the fans have any other fan topics they want to bring up? Because I brought.
Hey guys, have you seen a potato chips in a refrigerator?
As far as I know, that's a bad idea. Because the fridges I use have high compression rate, which means the bag explodes.
Yeah, they put it in the refrigerator, then I take it out, then I eat it. It's gold! God. Yeah, it's gold. Don't eat freezing potato chips.
That is a super bad idea. Like, seriously, that is a bad idea. Like, are you trying to make your bags explode?
Maybe they're drunk. That's why they put it there. Because I've seen them drinking some beer.
Well, I don't drink beer myself. I'm not an alcohol dude, so.
Yeah,
They're
sure.
in step 7 of your program.
No, actually, I don't. I don't like alcohol or cigarettes.
Really, Alpha? Really, Alpha?
Wait, Alpha actually he does. Alpha actually puts his potato chips in his fridge. Okay, interesting. Okay.
Wow.
No, I am not a fucking gigolo, John.
Gigolo.
Oh, come on. We've established this already. In order to be a gigolo, you have to have sex. Like, that's not how... That's how it works. As if, Alpha, you don't deny what I want without consequences. Nobody who has any... No one who has any real-life implications actually has an impact on my life and denies me what I want. Because, fact of life, I get even with people. I literally get even with people. That's the fact of the matter. As far as Alpha is concerned, he's not a real person. But he might be if we ever meet in real life. However, I wouldn't suggest trying to deny me what I want in real life, is my suggestion. Because, guess what? You'll meet some form of ruin as a result. I've done it before and I've done it again. I can ruin people's lives if I so desire. So, Alpha, I'd suggest you check yourself before you wreck yourself. 0 to... Well, you can say that all you want, Alpha, but it doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it true. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because guess what? He doesn't want to fucking talk anymore. He doesn't fucking do anything. And he's completely gone. What do you know? One man magic hacks.
One man Houdini.
John Pentagruel, as if. You can only speak for yourself, man. You can't speak for sure because you don't know that. Because
they don't know your Discord server podcast.
But the fact of the matter is I am pretty much untouchable at this point.
Untouchable.
Untouchable, I can touch
That
you.
makes sense.
I can touch your body, bald head.
How am I a hateful hell there, John Pentagruel? As far as I'm concerned, I am the best thing in this world. By far.
Yeah. Yeah, one man is the best because she can turn to cool one man.
Turn to cool one. That's just me wearing my Megastar attire. God damn it. Do you guys really like the whole leather jacket with the shades and stuff? I'm glad you do, because I like that too. Oh, there's several videos. There's several videos, John Pentagruel, that you could watch on my YouTube channel that has me. That has me.
That's the cool one.
The cool one, man. The cool one, man. Okay. All of me is fucking cool, first of all. All of me is cool. Second of all, I'm so cool, Uzume wishes she were me. That's how cool I am. What the fuck is going on with whose microphone is going out like that?
Mine.
Because
Ultra lagger.
Because it's like kind of detracting from the talking for some reason. I don't know what it is, but so my plans for this next week are as usual. It's Mondays Mary Skelter, Tuesdays the Trophy Hunt, Wednesdays Schmuck Art Online, Thursdays
Smart.
Thursdays are what was I gonna say?
Cyber.
Oh, Producing Perfection, and then
yeah.
And then Friday is Cyber Dimension. And don't worry, I'm still PP. And don't worry, the next Thursday stream will be the last stream I'll be using the hopefully be the last stream I'll be using the mic audio, and I'm working on getting a device right now that gives me the game audio itself, so I'm working on getting that.
One man will beat the idol mob party to get the shares. Yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't understand what you meant there. It's hard for me to hear what you're saying. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the way you're talking or enunciating, but
I said you will beat Mob Part 8 in the last live stream of PP.
Oh. In the story of Producing Perfection. What did you say on the first half? Did you say something about your birthday on Producing Perfection, or what did you say? Slow down a bit, enunciate the words. Just slowly but surely talk. And if you don't want to do that, you can type it into the section. Because I'll read it out loud if necessary. Alright, here we go.
I'm lagging, but
funny story. Oh, it's story time.
Yeah, by the way.
Anyone who gives me a virus will get a fish.
It's PP, not PO, okay? It's PP, not PO. They'll finish.
Yes, Producing Perfection.
Not PO. Yes, we did the Discord.
I already did that, Sepia Darkheart. I did. I ended up beating the entire thing in two streams. It's wonderfully short. And I am happy how short it is.
Then who is the Mob 48 group?
The Mob
No,
48.
one man can spoil it. No, one man can spoil it.
I didn't spoil it. It happened on my stream.
No, the others, what if they don't know?
Well, then they can watch the stream, and then they're like, oh, so this is how it happened. Oh, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Oh, welcome, Zos, by the way. I didn't see you there, but I scrolled up and saw you there. Welcome, Zos. But seriously, Alpha, get over it. 0 divided by 0, 0 plus 0, 0 minus 0, and 0 divided by 0, or multiplied by 0, is still 0! You cannot...
No, it's not 0.
Yes,
it's
it is.
Syntax error.
No, it's not.
I calculated in the scientific calculator.
What kind of calculator are you using?
0 to 0. Scientific calculator. I divide 0, divide 0. It's syntax error. What the fuck?
Except that's incorrect. So guess what? That's still wrong. I still win.
Yeah.
No.
Basic
Syntax error
equation.
is the correct answer, not 0.
Hate to break it to you, but syntax error only works on certain calculators. The phrase funny story there, Ultralagger, was me. It's like, okay, here's a funny story. Anybody who gives me a virus gets a fucking fish virus in return.
I don't understand that.
I was being sarcastic. Like, it's not supposed to be an actual funny story.
Hey, one man.
Oh, hey, Juan Galvan, welcome.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Oh, I thought one Galvan. It's Juan. What the fuck?
Please excuse the intrusion, but do y'all have 5 minutes to talk about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
He's your Lord and Savior, not mine. So
our Lord and Savior is...
I don't have a Lord and Savior. I am my own Lord, my own Savior.
Oh, come on with that.
No, that's literally how I feel about that. I believe that no man can save.
Y'all laughing at me, but Esteban over there is worshiping Transformers.
Well, I'm not. I don't think he's worshiping
Purple Heart, Black Heart.
I don't worship anybody.
White Heart.
I don't worship anybody.
I worship the Asgard goddesses.
Well, you guys can worship what you want, but I don't worship anything. I am a nihilist for a reason.
But there are certain pleasures that arise from worshiping such obscene things.
Yeah, but those worshipings are temporary and therefore inherently worthless. I look for what's permanent and what matters. Hate to break it to you, but the only reason why I even care or even give the whole Jesus Christ thing respect is that his legend has lasted for thousands of years.
Well,
and that's only because people are stupid enough to buy into it.
Then by that logic, the Bible is the greatest anime ever.
Except it's not an anime because it never actually has an anime.
It's not an anime.
It's never been animated, so we can't say that.
It was a joke.
I know. The closest they have is like some sort of anime called Jesus, or like Mother Mary's watching over us or something, but that has like weird implications.
No.
Jesus is watching over us. Shut up.
So, Esteban, how's school? Great. Yeah?
Yes, please please make sure you're doing well in school. Because if you don't, you're gonna end up like a flunky. And if you choose to pursue your school career right, you could end up like one man, pretty much able to do anything.
Exactly.
Hey, how many days until Halloween?
I think it's 6 more days.
What? Halloween? Halloween is in about... Hold on, I can check right now.
Apologies, fellas. Y'all are in 2017. I'm in 3017.
3017. Hey, how are you in 3017? Are you Akabe? Are you...
I have
okay, so we have a total of 3 days until Halloween.
I have transcended to the next level of existence.
As if one.
Yeah, I have
You're just a dirty masochist.
One man?
Yes.
Hey, One Man, will you do a Halloween live stream? Or you
I will be streaming on Halloween.
Trick or treat?
You know what I might do?
You will not go to trick or treat?
You know what I might do?
Eat some
Halloween podcast where we tell scary stories about our lives.
Halloween podcast event.
Where we talk about how we're failures and we'll never live up to our parents and we're trash.
To be fair, my parents didn't really amount to much either, so, you know, meh.
No, we will talk about Neptunia fanfiction horror.
I don't know how I'm gonna work that in, actually.
Gingivitis.
Because I think my plan was originally going to trophy hunt. But here's what I might do. Since on the 31st is Halloween, I'm going to put Mary Skelter. I'm going to switch Mary Skelter and Omega Quintet. Because since Mary Skelter is kind of like a Halloween spooky, like, grim thing, like, you know, that sort of thing, I think that would be fitting for a Halloween stream. So, tomorrow...
One Man?
Yes.
What if there's an Easter egg in the Neptunia games and in the compiler to an Ideal Factory? Will you find it? The Easter eggs?
I don't think I will. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. It depends on...
Because in the other games you will find an Easter egg.
Well, the fact of the matter is that Neptunia is literally the ultimate Easter egg. Like, it will always reference other things. Like, Hyper Devotion to War referenced my favorite compile heart game series of all time, Augrist War.
And you know what they say? The last bite is always the hardest to swallow.
What? What the fuck is that?
Get premium or platinum or something like that.
Oh, are you talking about like getting the last trophies? Yeah, that. Actually, I think I know which trophy I'll be getting last, but after I get the 12th floor and beat Double X or whatever he's called, the training arc will be over, and I'll have like 4 quests left on the road to platinum. So
I should have just gone with indecisiveness is next to holiness.
God fucking damn it! Then I guess I'm the furthest thing from holiness. Then I guess I'm the furthest thing from holiness since I somehow possess most, if not all, the answers.
Well, I guess holiness and divinity are 2 different things now.
I guess it has been. I mean, technically, divinity applies to either monotheism or polytheism, and holiness generally refers to monotheism anyways.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck, Esteban, about Stingray plushies? Like, the only plushie I will ever freaking get is of Uzume. Or Blanc.
Did you say my feet smell like socks?
No.
No, I mean the bed bugs. I have bed bugs in my bed, and they want to suck my blood, and I smell their blood.
Oh, so your bed bugs are like moths, or rather mosquitoes, since, you know, moths don't really care about sucking blood.
I have bed bugs in my bed, and they suck my blood, but I suck their blood.
It's true.
Look at Juan trying to... Look at Juan trying to replace... Look at Juan trying to become the next Dos Equis spokesperson.
Bedbug...
Juan Galvan, the most interesting man in the world. When bedbugs bite him, he bites them back.
What are you, Banished Gaming? One Man?
Wait, what? You say bad shit?
What are you, No! I said Banos, not bad shit.
Oh, sorry.
Banished Gaming.
I don't think I have...
Banished Gaming.
No, I said Dos Equis, which is the alcohol for. It's a the most. They have this meme with the alcohol commercial called "The Most Interesting Man in the World," and he's like, "I don't always drink, but when I do, I drink Dos Equis." And I'm like, if I were a drinking man, which I'm not, I would probably just drink Dos Equis for that very reason. And I think that's actually what they're.
But you look more like a Heineken man, honestly.
What? Because I have German. What? Because I happen to have German descent, like tracing all the way back to the Schutzstaffen. Is that why I'm a Heineken man?
Hey, one man.
No. It's because.
Hey, one man.
Oh, hold on, one. Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
Here in my garage, just bought myself a brand new Alice in Red Riding Hood and Arya and Kurume and Ozume with one man. And you know what I like more than those guys?
No. No, I do not.
Planet Neptune. Because in Planet Neptune, I can swim.
Well, you heard it here first. In Planet Neptune, you can swim. Ignoring all the fucking hot tub scenes in the fucking show. Like, I mean, the scene between adult Neptune and Vert alone in, goddamn lane box where fucking Neptune gropes Vert's boobs and Vert fucking enjoys it, happens in lane box. No, this only happens in Planet Neptune. Where's my swimming pool? Because in Planitude Ultra Dimension, we can swim with IF, freaking Compa, and fucking Pishi and Plutia.
There's a site.
Yeah, right? I fucking hate
wish
Plutia.
They can create a...
Can someone please talk trash about Alpha? That's the whole reason I came.
I mean, I have been talking trash about Alpha, for fuck's sake.
Like, severely abusive.
Tin Fishy. I wish they will create a Tin
Alpha,
Fishy.
part of being divine is being outdated and out of touch. Like, saying I'm outdated means jack fucking shit to an immortal.
Alpha is outdated, but he has been touched. You get what I mean?
Well, he's been touched in the head. He's God's special little boy.
Hey, one man.
Yes.
Yeah, we are shitty human beings.
Abusing Kurume's
But I am I may be a shitty human being, but I am a goddamn great god. Anyway, sorry about that, CPU Dark Art. Continue.
Abusing Kurume's school side of delusion. Go to Jun's Q&A.
You say you're gonna lay an egg?
No!
Are you gonna sail into interference?
Oh.
As if I don't think anybody gets that reference.
No. We're too old. Or young, I mean.
It's the Scott Steiner reference. And
oh, wow.
Scott Steiner reference. He's like he's so good at he's so good at talking he's so bad at speaking English. And he gets all pissed off. And he gets all pissed off and he starts just rambling like an idiot. He's like, you hear him, I'll see you. He's like, I'll give him an egg. I'll see you in New Ference. I'll sail right down into your dumb redneck ass. I'm hungry. And it's like, Scott Steiner is the most bad. If you think my rambling's bad, just fucking watch Steiner Mania just watch Steiner Mania. And you'll literally see him absolutely butcher the English language. Oh, I'm sorry, Sullivan Taku. Is me podcasting something you don't like? Or are you talking about the math thing?
Well, going back to the previous topic of Dos Equis and Heineken, you look like a man that doesn't normally drink. But when you do want to drink, you're going to splurge a little bit more for something more expensive, something more exquisite, something more flavorful.
But wouldn't that be more logical than drinking wine?
Well, I mean, I don't know you, so...
Well, I do my best to leave myself out in the open. It's better to expose yourself than being exposed by someone else.
Well, I don't mean it like I don't know your personality. Just I don't know your likes and dislikes according to alcohol.
Well, it's impossible to judge that since I'm straight edge. So
Straight edge society with CM Punk.
yeah, that too. But yes. That is the way. That's how I got.
Yeah.
That's how I came across the term to describe what I am. I'll put it that way. I was never into
Hey,
like
guys.
drinking alcohol or smoking.
That's
I
the
never
one
thought.
still here.
Guys.
That's the one still here.
Yes, he is. I see.
Hey,
What?
Yes. Yep.
what is bad to smell? Cockroach, the death of a cockroach, or the death of a bed bug?
I don't think I've
What?
ever smelled either of them. I don't know what you're talking about here. Like neither of them have
When
a
you
smell.
kill it,
Neither of them have a smell.
I smell
Oh,
it.
got
Their
it.
blood.
Finally
Oh,
remembered.
God.
What one?
Quasimodo is the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Ah,
What? Yuramoto is the Hunchback of Notre Dame? Really?
Quasimodo.
Oh, Quasimodo. I thought you said Emoto for some reason. Like I thought you said Wanzimoto for some reason. Like what? What? But yes, Quasimodo is the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yes, it is.
Quasimodo.
Guess I lost that Jeopardy. Jesus.
Go, way to go, Neptune.
Are you trying to sing the song by Ophelia Saga? I mean, here we go, good to go, Neptune, na 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 na, with a new game. That's like the only thing I know. That's all I know with this song. I cannot remember all the song.
They said in that lyrics, nigga.
La Liga?
Nigga. They said, I
Hey,
don't
why
know,
do you say
maybe
that?
3 times.
I mean,
Why do you say that?
it's fine to say it. I don't care about censoring speech. But
What's up, Esther?
yo,
Nigga.
Wanda.
Nigga.
who does?
Nigga. 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 Oh,
To the FBI, we're copywriting this video.
And I will exceed and hold on, guys, on my live podcast. I will tell them to exceed. My word exceeds theirs. Huh? Eric?
Hey, Goldban.
Wait,
Okay.
Goldban.
Guys, give me a second. I might have to end the podcast prematurely here. I've got a phone call apparently. It's close to 5.
No.
It's close to 5, but I got a phone call.
No,
My
you can
apologies,
post the
fellas, but
podcast.
This wouldn't be the first time he's premature.
Ooh. Talking about alpha much?
Oh, wow.
Hey, Goldban.
Hey, you wanted me to trash talk alpha. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for stopping by. I'm going to end the stream here. Have a nice day.
Bye, everyone.
Have a nice day. Never stop loving anime. I will be back soon.
Stop